What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This video is actually going to be a little different. We're still going to be playing a Madden Ultimate Team regular game, just online. But we're going to be doing a challenge where we have to alternate running and passing. And what I mean by that is if I run one play, I have to pass the next play. I can't run 2 times in a row, and I cannot pass 2 times in a row. And I'm gonna show you a little bit what I'm talking about in practice. So you see how Christian McCaffrey's running? That's a run right there. That means the next play has to be a pass. Otherwise, we fail the challenge. So we can't run another time. So that means we can't QB scramble. We can't just do nothing that requires running the ball past line of scrimmage. See, that was a pass. So since we just passed, we'd have to run. Now I'm gonna show you what happens if you take a sack. Now Brock Purdy's out there. That's a sack. So notice how he passed on the last play. Because we took a sack, the play's not going to count. So that means that we have to redo that play if we ever take a sack. So I know I'm really fast forwarding this game right now. 2nd and 10 that we have to pass here. So Brock Purdy's has all kinds of time. He throws pass incomplete. And the reason, you're going to see in a little bit why I fast forwarded this far. So on 3rd and 10, this has to be a run. So right now, Trey Lance is going to take it. And technically, that's not a run, that's a sack. So that means the next play will have to run, because a sack means the play doesn't count. You have to do it on the next play. So 4th and 11, we're setting back to pass. We pass it. So we just failed the challenge. So you can't do that. We have to run and pass and alternate, and whenever you take a sack, you have to do what you were intending to do during that sack. So obviously you just saw me fail that challenge with the 49ers, and within that game I realized that maybe they're not the best team, but the Bills are a good team. We're going to start off by passing, and Stephon Diggs is wide open, and we're going to start this challenge off relatively well as we get a touchdown. And that's exactly what we need, because this challenge is obviously going to put us at a major disadvantage if you think about it, because if my opponent figures out what I'm doing, it's going to make defense for him very easily. So we'll have to hope he doesn't do that, as we need to figure out defense ourselves, as Christian Watson got wide open on that play. So yeah, I hope this challenge makes sense. I know it's probably a little confusing that I'm doing a challenge video instead of just a regular game. But yeah, essentially what I just described is what we're doing. And defense is obviously just going to be the same. As 2nd and 10, Robert Tonyan's wide open there. We're really struggling on defense right now, which is per usual. If you've watched the channel before, you know I'm not a defensive player. So this is definitely going to be challenging, because you definitely want to play good defense when you do a challenge like this, because your offense will be at a disadvantage, which means your defense probably needs to step it up in order to win, as Aaron Jones is easily going to walk in for a touchdown there, as it doesn't really look like our defense is doing much to contribute. So we have to run here. Since we passed to Stephon Diggs on the last play, we have to run with Singletary, and we'll take it for 5 yards. Next play has to be a pass, so we'll do just that. As Allen back pass, can throw a quick pass to Stephon Diggs, pick up the 1st down. So yeah, you notice what I'm doing, how I pass, ran, then pass, and now we have to run, as we're going to run with Josh Allen, and he's going to take it and try to go out of bounds, it looks like, he doesn't quite do that. As yeah, it's just run, pass, run, pass, run, pass. That's what we're going to be doing, is we have to pass here. As Allen, man, he needs to throw it. He's just trying to buy as much time as he can. He throws across his body, but he cannot hit Devin Singletary, as incompletions still count as passes. So we'll have to run on the next play. 3rd and 7, we'll hand it to Singletary, but Packers are all over that. And honestly, yeah, I think we're just going to punt here. Yeah, we just punted. And now the Packers will have the ball back. Hopefully we can play some better defense, because that last time was just fucking awful, because we just let them do whatever they wanted. And it's like, yeah, as I mentioned before, it's like when you do challenges, you got to play as well as you possibly can. Especially if he figures out what we're doing, because if he does that, we'll be in trouble. As 2nd and 8 for the Packers, Rodgers going to throw to a wide open Robert Tonyan. We were really struggling to cover him. He's been wide open several times. As now it's 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. They're going to hand off to A.J. Dillon, and A.J. Dillon trying to break some tackles. Gets about a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the Bills' 43-yard line. Rodgers back to pass. He's going to throw to a wide open Randall Cobb, who gets the 1st and 10 at the 20. Probably could have had a touchdown if Rodgers threw it a little less, with a little less velocity, but here we are, 1st and 10 at the 20. 2-yard carry by Aaron Jones. It'll be 2nd and 8 at the 18. Rodgers going to throw to a wide open Robert Tonyan. Man, oh man, we got to figure our shit out on defense, because honestly, this might be a bigger problem than the challenge that we're doing, is because we're not doing anything on defense. Like, at least on offense, we had that one drive where Stephon Diggs got a one-play touchdown, but we just have not shown a single spark on defense. We haven't gotten one stop. As we're going to show the kickoff here, as Isaiah McKenzie's going to take it, and he's going to lose the football as the Packers are able to punch it out of him, and they're going to get the ball back at the 15. Oh, come on. That's exactly what we don't want to happen, because now they're up by 7 in prime field position, and now they're in goal-to-go situation. As, yeah, our defense is struggling already. They don't need a bigger challenge ahead of themselves, having the Packers already be at like their own 14-yard, at the Bills' 14-yard line. It's not good. We're not playing good football right now. We need to step it up if we're going to win. It's just these challenges, if you don't play well, obviously you're not going to win. At least when you don't do challenges, there's an outside chance that you could play well, not play well, and still win. But in the challenges, it's kind of just, you got to be like bang, bang, and we're obviously not doing that as we give up a QB sneak to Aaron Rodgers. And now they're going to be up by 13, maybe 14. Yeah, 14. We'll have the ball back. We have to pass here. Allen is going to throw a deep pass to Stephon Diggs. But it gets picked off by Darnell Savage. Oh man. So now our offense, it's like we've had 2 drives in a row where we just kind of stalled out. The pick on that one and the 3 and out on the other drive. So, yeah. Man, this is painful to watch, because it's like you could do so much better, as Robert Tonyan couldn't have done a better job of getting open on that play. Jordan Poyer just got absolutely torched on that play. But yeah, it looks like this game's turning into a lost cause right now, because we just have looked horrible. It looked promising with the Stephon Diggs touchdown, but after that, it's just kind of been a nightmarish game for the Bills, as now the Packers are up by 17, and they get the ball. And we're going to start the second half. We're going to onside kick it, but the Packers easily recover that. Trying to go ultra aggressive here, and that just doesn't really work out. And, oh yeah, the second half, the thing resets. So I think we passed the last time to Stephon Diggs. That's going to reset, so we can do whatever we want to start out. And yeah, that's kind of, I just wanted to point that out, just in case like I don't run the next play and I pass on accident. It's because like it resets, because we're different half. As we actually, it looks like we get a stop here, as we're gonna force the Packers to take a field goal. So our defense finally showing some signs of life here, as we get a stop sort of. And they were in good field position too, as we run the ball, as it looks like we did kind of stick to our thing, as we did a pass and then a run. So I guess regardless of the half change, it doesn't really matter. 2nd and 2, that'll be a pass because it fell out of his hands. 3rd and 2, we have to run here, and we're going to run it up to gut with Devin Singletary, and he gets the first down. As another thing that's kind of sucks too is because it's like, when it gets later in the game and you have to get a touchdown quick, it's gonna be hard, because like usually you just pass every time, but obviously we can't do that, as man, Josh Allen surely can't pass on that play, as Rasul Douglas just stood there and took it, as Gabe Davis didn't really stand a chance on that play, because Josh was just throwing to the defender instead or something. As Christian Watson wide open, Tre'Davious White, man, what the fuck, you're awful. As now we're down by 4 scores, and yeah, we're just gonna X out of this. This is just over. There's no way we're coming back from this. So we're gonna concede, And we're gonna try one final time to do this challenge. We're gonna use the Ravens because Lamar Jackson, I used the Bills because I thought Josh Allen would be a good weapon because of his mobility. Well, he has mobility, but Lamar takes mobility to another level. So we're gonna use Lamar and the Ravens to see if we can get a win with them doing this challenge. And we're going to start off with the ball, too. As 1st and 10, it looks like we're going to start off with the passes. Lamar's going to throw to a Devin Duvernay, who is able to make his way open to make it 1st and 10 at the 39. Next play has to be a run, and that we will. We'll keep it with Lamar, and Lamar's going to take it using his 96 speed to take it and hold on, get an 8-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 2. We have to pass here, as Lamar is going to take it, and he's going to get taken down, so we'll have to pass again. So 3rd and 12 to 37, this has to be a pass. Since we didn't get to pass it the last time because of the sack, we just have to do it on this one. So 3rd and 12, Lamar's going to throw it. Pass is caught by Mark Andrews. Good catch by him. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line, so the Ravens able to get themselves a fresh set of downs. This time it has to be a run. Lamar's going to keep it himself. He's going to take it, and he's going to lose the football. And the Commanders, man, it's still on the ground, and the Commanders finally do pick it up. As that's not what we needed, man. We were doing good. We were driving down the field, and that fumble just killed us. As Brian Robinson Jr. is killing us right now with a one-play touchdown. Like, man, like we didn't even looks like we didn't even try on defense on that play. And now we're gonna have the ball again. We have to pass because we ran and fumbled with Lamar. He's gonna throw it deep to Rashad Bateman. He makes that catch, impressive catch by Rashad Bateman. As now it'll be 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. We have to run it here. We'll see what we do. We'll hand off to J.K. Dobbins. Hopefully he doesn't fumble, and he does not, as he's able to pick up the first down in the process. And now it'll be 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. We have to pass here with Lamar. And Lamar is going to throw to Mark Andrews, who's just left wide open. We're going to get a touchdown here, as we had a bad start, but it looks like we've rebounded. So we are able to keep up with the Commanders, it looks like. So we'll have to see how else we can, build off of that, because we did the same thing in the Bills game. We started off strong, and then we just kind of collapsed on ourselves. So obviously we need to keep our foot on the gas here. As Antonio Gibson, man, he needs to chill as he just gets an easy gain there. So it looks like the Ravens were just kind of disguising a coverage on that side of the field. And he was just there, and that's the worst thing that can happen in that situation. As they'll hand off to Brian Robinson Jr., as it'll be 2nd and 6 at the 37. They'll hand off to Gibson again as they just keep running the ball. Probably something I'd be doing right now if I was using the Ravens and not doing this challenge. But since we're doing the challenge, gotta do our thing. We can't do what we want to do. We gotta just alternate. As I believe, because we passed to Mark Andrews on the last play. So our next play that on offense will have to be a run. As Gibson, man, he just keeps running the ball down our throats right now. We don't have an answer for him or Brian Robinson. It's really been more Brian Robinson than anyone. So it'll be 2nd and 7. We'll hand off to Robinson Jr., who gets another easy touchdown. As, man, we're making it look like he's like Nick Chubb or like Derrick Henry or something. Like, he's not even doing anything. We're just leaving him like so wide open that he just gets untouched every time. As we have to run here, J.K. Dobbins going to take it, and he's going to get up, gain of 4 yards to make it 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line. And it has to be a pass here, and Lamar's going to throw it to Mark Andrews, who cannot make that catch. Man, that was awful. That was just a drop. This will be 3rd and 6. We have to run here, so this is going to be kind of awkward. Running on a 3rd and 6 is we'll do it with J.K. Dobbins. He's going to take it, and he only gets like 2 yards. It's 4th and 4. We are allowed to pass here, so we might go for this, as it looks like we will, as Lamar snaps the ball, and he's going to throw to James Prochet the second. So the decision to go for it, a good one, as we're able to pick up the first down with James Prochet. And that will also take us to 2-minute warning. We have to run here with Lamar, and he's going to take it. And he loses the ball again as Mayo takes it and he punches it out. And Mayo's going to get a big return here. He might go all the way. But Lamar does manage to stop him at the 1. As, man, Lamar, you got to chill, man. That's 2 fumbles in this first half. Like, dude, this is so uncharacteristic of you, and you're just kind of selling the bag right now. Like, he's not even playing that bad when it comes to passing. It's just when he runs, he just can't hang on to the football. So obviously he needs to be a little more careful with it, as he does throw to an open Rashad Bateman. As like I said, passing is not really an issue for Lamar. It's running, surprisingly. As 1st and 10, we're going to hand off to J.K. Dobbins as we have to run. And that'll be a 3-yard carry. It looks like it'll be 2nd and 7. Have to pass here. And Lamar back to pass. He's going to throw to an open Rashad Bateman, who is not quite able to pick up the first down. It'll be 3rd and inches, have to run here. We'll see what we do. And we're going to run play action, and Lamar gets taken down. So now it's 4th and 9, and we have to run if we go for this. So, yeah, we're just going to punt because there's no way we're going to pick up 9 yards running the ball. And, yeah, that's not a good drive. Like, the reason I was in a pass formation is because I was trying to scramble to the left with Lamar, but the Commanders were obviously all over that as we're able to swat that ball down. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 8-yard line, about 17 seconds left in the half. They'll hand off to Antonio Gibson, who has a huge hole here, as it doesn't really look like the Ravens have learned anything from the, majority of the first half, where they've just been giving up big play after big plays. They seem to just keep doing that. As Antonio Gibson, man, what the fuck, wide open. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 44 as the Ravens, it looks like they're not even trying, as there's about 5 seconds left. Taylor Heineke back to pass is going to throw it, and there's 2 seconds left, so it looks like it's going to be a Hail Mary time for the Commanders if they decide to go that route, as they'll go conservative and hand off to Antonio Gibson. And, okay, I mean, we didn't give up any points, but that looked sketchy as hell. But it'll be 21-7, and they will start off with the ball in the second half, as, man, Roquan Smith had an opportunity there, but Jahan Dotson able to get in front of that ball and get the first down in the process. As, oh, man, this is not good. So, yeah, as I previously mentioned in the Bills-Packers game, the thing reset. So we're allowed to pass or run, whatever we want to do to start off the second half, that's what we're allowed to do that. And, well, obviously we have to get off the field first. It doesn't really look like we're doing any effort to do that, as Heineke on 3rd and 2 backing way up is still able to find Jahan Dotson. He gets a block. He might have had a touchdown, but he accidentally stepped out of bounds, it looks like. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Heineke back to pass, and he's going to throw. Pass is caught by Antonio Gibson, who shakes off a tackle, but fortunately Patrick Queen is there to stop him from getting that first down. It'll be 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line. They'll hand off to Gibson again, and this time he's not denied of the first down. It'll be 1st and goal at the 3-yard line, and they'll hand off to Gibson again, as this time we do actually make an effort to stop him, as he gets no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal. Heineke back to pass, finds a wide open Peyton Turner, as Cole Turner. I don't know why I said Peyton Turner. As now the Commanders are up by 21 points, and we have to pass here. Actually, we don't. We chose to pass there, as now we have to run since we passed. So 2nd and 10 at 25, we'll take it with Lamar, and he's going to throw it to a wide open J.K. Dobbins. And no, that's not a pass. That's a backward pass, so it's technically a run. So don't try and flame me in the comments for that. As now it's 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. We have to pass here. And Lamar back to pass. Obviously, he's going to throw. Pass is caught by J.K. Dobbins, and he's able to pick up the first down. Would have probably liked to get out of bounds there, but, I mean, we'll still take the first down. 1st and 10 has to be a run here. And it looks like Lamar's going to take it himself, as he's going to roll out to the right, and he's going to run, and he's going to pick up the first down and get out of bounds. So it looks like the Ravens will be able to gather and try and find a passing play that'll work. So we have to pass in the next play. It's 1st and 10. Lamar's going to throw. Pass is caught by James Prochet II, and he's able to get down to the 10-yard line. And we have to run on the next play, and we're going to need one hell of a fourth quarter if we're going to win this game, as we're still down by 21 points, and our defense hasn't exactly shown many signs of, playing competent football. It's 2nd and 9. We just ran, so we have to pass here. Lamar's going to take it, and he is going to roll out to the right, and he's going to throw across his body to Patrick Richard, who is able to not get the first down or the touchdown. So it'll be 3rd and inch at the 1. We have to run here. We'll see how we draw this up, As Lamar snaps it, throws it to J.K. Dobbins. I'm sorry, hands off to J.K. Dobbins. I don't want people to think I'm passing the ball when I'm not supposed to. 4th and 3, we have to pass here, as Lamar Jackson needs to, you know, play a little better, because he's been a little iffy at times, as he does manage to thread the needle right to Devin Duvernay, as that is exactly what we needed. We haven't looked that great on offense, so that might just be the spark we need. But we try onside kick, but the ball doesn't quite go far enough, so the Commanders will have excellent field position. So obviously, for us to have a chance in this game, our defense needs to make a stand here, because if they get a first down or any more points or anything, this game is essentially over, because we can't give up points and make a comeback at the same time. It just doesn't work. As we do get a sack on Taylor Heineke, it'll be 3rd and 13 at the 48-yard line. Heineke back to pass, and he's going to throw. Pass is dropped by Antonio Gibson. Patrick Queen able to force the incompletion. So 4th and 13, we do force a punt. So yeah, our defense actually does make a stand. It actually is a good punt, though. It is down to the 4-yard line of the Ravens. We have to run here, as Dobbins is going to take it, and he's going to get just 2 yards. Looks like they're going to give him 2 yards on that play. 2nd and 9 to 6. Got to pass here. We'll see what we draw up. Lamar is going to go back, going to throw. Pass is caught. Wide open is Isaiah Likely, and he smartly goes out of bounds, too, to save some clock. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. We have to run here. We'll run with J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins going to take it, and he cannot quite get out of bounds. That's actually huge, because now we have to hurry to the line, and this has to be a pass, and Lamar is going to snap it just before the 2-minute warning, as he's going to throw in the middle of the field to Mark Andrews. Clock does stop, so we can throw in the middle of the field on that play. This play has to be a run. J.K. Dobbins going to take it. Doesn't really get far, though, so it'll be 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line, and now we have to pass, as Lamar's going to take it. And he's going to throw to Isaiah Likely, who's wide open, as the Commanders absolutely blow that coverage. And just like that, this is a one-score game. I did not actually think we'd have a chance, but here we are. If our defense gets another stop, we have an opportunity to tie this game up. As Brian Robinson Jr. trying to make something out of nothing, but the Ravens are just all over him on that play, something they clearly learned to do, you know, from what happened in the first half. 2nd and 10, Commanders going to pass. They're going to find a wide open Antonio Gibson. And, oh man, looks like our defense decided not to play good on that play, since they played so well on the last play. They're going to just give up a touchdown the next play. As, yeah, this game is essentially over. We need like an absolute miracle to get back in this game, as we'll run the ball. We'll still do the run-pass thing, because, I mean, anything can happen. But, I mean, it looks like this game's over. I mean, we're still going to play it out, you know, because, I mean, you know, nothing's impossible. But, yeah, 2nd and 10, we got a pass here with just under a minute left now. Play action from Lamar. He's going to throw. Pass is thrown, and it's an overthrow, looking for Mark Andrews, but that was just an overthrown ball. Now it's 3rd and 10 to 25, and we have to run. And we're going to do that triple option. Lamar's going to take it. He's going to throw to pitch it to J.K. Dobbins. I keep saying throw it, even though it's technically a pitch. As we are forced to call a timeout to stop the clock. It will pass here, 1st and 10. Lamar's going to throw. Pass is caught by Mark Andrews in the middle of the field. We burn our final timeout, and now we have to run here. So we'll see how we draw this up, as we're going to hand off to J.K. Dobbins, and he still doesn't go anywhere. It looks like the Commanders are really selling out for the run, which is about what you expect, you know, because we're the Ravens. But passing the ball, we've been surprisingly efficient. Jackson's going to throw in the middle of the field to Bateman. And he laterals the ball back to Mark Andrews, who's able to get out of bounds, it looks like, and he does. As that was a creative play. I don't think it's going to change the impact of the game, but definitely something I was able to come up with, you know, just on the fly. So, I mean, we do have to run here, so we'll see how we are able to do this. If we get tackled in bounds, game's essentially over, as Lamar's going to take it, and he gets out of bounds. As 2nd and 1, it looks like the Ravens are finally showing some signs of life here. We have to pass here, though, as Jackson's going to throw, but it's intercepted by Jamin Davis, and Jamin Davis might have a pick six here, as Lamar is just too tired to catch him. As, yeah, oh my gosh, wow, that's not good. As pick six by Jamin Davis to just add some insult to injury. As, that's a little painful. I mean, I'm not saying we were gonna win, but I mean, we were actually playing well on that drive, and then that pick six just absolutely killed the mood there. As we'll take a look at the stats, like Lamar had a good day passing, over 300 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, only 1 pick. And Taylor Heineke had an efficient game too, so passing wasn't a problem, but rushing was a problem. Well, for us, not for the Commanders, as they had easy touchdowns with Brian Robinson. As receiving, Antonio Gibson, the running back, led all receivers. Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely had good days too. As, yeah, that's this challenge. I mean, we obviously were not able to win a game doing this challenge, which, I mean, that's too bad. But, I mean, we'll probably do another challenge like this. Maybe we'll come back to this challenge another time. And, yeah, that's about all I have for this video. We're just gonna finish going over the stats. But yeah, like, it's just, you gotta be on your A game when you're doing challenges like this, because your opponent, you're essentially giving your opponent an easy win if you don't. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I hope you enjoyed this challenge. I know it's kind of a weird video, but I might start doing these. But until then, I will see you next time. Peace out.